These twins were born with their heads joined together. Look what happened after the surgery. Liz and Mel, the identical twins, were born with their skulls connected. Science refers to this condition as craniopagus, and cases are relatively uncommon. It is estimated to occur in 1 in 2.5 million births. However, the diagnosis of the malformation was made in the 10th week of gestation. Despite their condition, the twins luckily came into the world healthy. But their appearance was something uncommon from other kids. The top of the head was joined. 10 months after their birth they were operated on to separate them. More than 50 professionals participated in the intervention at the Hospital de Criança de Brasília José de Alencar. It was the first procedure of its kind in the Federal District, the third in Brazil and the 10th in the world. Astonishingly, the surgery, which was performed through the SUS Unified Health System and lasted about 20 hours, was done in 36 stages. Fortunately, the operation was a success and the twins were not left with any sequelae from the procedure. After a period of recovery in the hospital, the twins were discharged and were able to go home. Currently, Mel and Liz are separated. And the mother Camila Vieira said that Mel is the more playful, cheerful, giggly and risk-taking one. Liz, on the other hand, is more delicate, affectionate, loving, and gentle. At the same time that they are opposites, they complement each other, being very similar in some characteristics. It all depends very much on the day. Proud of her daughter's trajectories, Camila said that the greatest happiness is to see the freedom they have now that they are separated. Similar to the conjoined twins, there is another story of brothers who had joined heads. Following a 16-hour surgery on the couple's twins, Christian and Nicole McDonald awaited anxiously in the pediatric ICU. The 13-month-old boys had already undergone a number of procedures, but the final cranial separation was the riskiest of them all. Of course, planning, preparation, and other procedures took months, but for the parents, the difficult road began in 2015, when the babies were still in utero. Nicole received an urgent call from the doctor's office just shortly after the appointment. They advised her to go right away because Nicole was already at home and Christian had already returned to work. She left Azim with his great-grandmother while making calls to her family for assistance and support. Nicole returned to the ultrasound clinic with her mother, where she underwent a second ultrasound and received troubling news. According to what they appeared to have shared beforehand, the twins she was carrying were conjoined. The doctor told her, "We don't know how much." In fact, craniopagus twins linked at the head, are far less common than conjoined twins, which are already an uncommon phenomenon. Genetically identical twins born from a single egg are conjoined twins. In conjoined twins, the egg doesn't fully separate, and the embryos develop with some parts fused together since they literally share the same brain. Typically, craniopagus twins don't survive gestation. For those that are born alive, 80% do not live past the age of 2 unless they're surgically separated. Nicole gave birth on 9th of September 2015, to 2 attached but otherwise healthy twin boys, Jaden and Ananias. Of course, the boys required special needs. For instance, they couldn't fit in a crib, so instead, they slept in the middle of a queen-sized bed with a pillow between them. Christian and Nicole were aware that the boys' survival depended on a surgical separation. Fortunately, Dr. James Goodrich, the foremost authority on craniopagus surgery, accepted their case. The family's expenses have been paid for via contributions to a GoFundMe account. The GoFundMe has fortunately generated over $250,000 thanks to a surge in public support following a show sponsored. The twins underwent 3 procedures in total prior to their real separation procedure. On October 13, 2016, Christian and Nicole kissed Jaden and Ananias while keeping in mind that one or both of their boys might perish or suffer from brain damage. The McDonalds watched anxiously to see if their boys would live as the medical staff wheeled them into their 4th and last surgery. Then, after a torturous 16 hours, they, at last, learned the truth. Finally, the doctors successfully separated Jaden and Ananias.